I make my triumphant return to 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. There's so much left to do, so let's get into exploring, building, and crafting. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. It's been a long time since I've booted up this Minecraft world, so long that it went from being like August. It's now Halloween time. Oh boy, my name is Brian, BricksOBrian. This is 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. I don't know what number I'm on, but it's now officially September 28th. Yes, it is Halloween time, as you can tell by my Halloween background here. This is what it looks like in all of its glory. You see how amazing it looks. You have the spooky haunted house flickering around, Kirby, Luigi, all decked out for Halloween. So, there's a lot that's been going on, all right? Now, let me explain as I am going to build the rest of this house that does not exist as of right now, but by the time of me explaining everything that's been going on with me and everything else, it will be done, or presumably it will be as done as I could possibly get it to be. So, last time, from when I checked my recording, which was like, early July. It's been like 2, 3, 3 months. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. But when I was finishing up this, so this is all done, and this section in here is going to be where the elevators are, going all the way up to the top, and yeah, so entering through here, whoop, gonna end up right up on over toward this side, leave out toward the front, and do all that. So I'm going to go into creative mode and pop into, what I believe to be this house. I actually made a duplicate copy of this world and made a house to see what I would do with it, and I vaguely remember what that house looks like. I did that all the way back in July, and I remember what it is basically. So I'm going to recreate that as I don't fast forward, and I'm going to talk about, I guess, life for a little while. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long one. Or not really a long one for you, but for me, I guess it will be. So the idea here is that there's going to be a house that is right here. There's going to be a bottom floor, as well as a backyard sort of area, as well as a barn where horses can live. Because the horses obviously need a place to live other than inside of there. And provided I'm going to have the donkeys, future horses, whoever, are all going to be inside of there. So that's going to be that area over there. So I guess I'll start with the house structure itself, right? The cobblestone, and kind of work from there. So I was recording this series back in July of 2020. And it's now September 28th, as I had told you before. And that is obviously a very long time in between episodes, and that is not normally what I like to do when I'm doing my videos. I'm going to be replacing this with probably just regular, I'll go birchwood, why not? Because obviously having stone, nope, that's not what I wanted. Having stone for an area right here, or rather for flooring, doesn't really look good, but whatever. So I usually like to, end off a series or record a bunch of videos at one time, and then upload them, and that way you can see them, and have there not be giant chunks of, things missing at any given time. What had happened in the past couple of months was I got to this point in my life where you don't really want to get, if I'm being totally transparent, totally honest with you. But when you are doing so much of one particular thing for so long, and you may notice this or hear about this from other creators you may follow, they get to this point where it's called getting burned out. And that's kind of where I got toward the tail end of July or middle July, on top of doing all sorts of other videos and whatnot too. So after I had done Minecraft for a little while, I really wanted to not necessarily like take a break, like a long break, but try to focus on the other things that I had been ignoring for so long because it just got to be too much. And as much as you may think playing video games all day, every single day is my job, it's not. Well, it is, but it's kind of not. My job consists of not only making videos, it not only consists of me playing video games, it also involves me editing every single one of my videos, doing all sorts of other projects for other means, depending on what I have going on the side. Ergo, me doing a bunch of review videos for this channel called Beyond the Brick, where they end up doing LEGO reviews and whatnot. And obviously LEGO Super Mario, as you could have probably seen and hear me talk about ad nauseum, took up a big, massive chunk of my life, which is where a lot of those side video projects came in. As well as a bunch of other things. I do have, this is a shirt that has my face on it, right here, all right? Or the animated face, BricksOBrian. So, a lot of things like that I work on. Lots of you who watch my videos end up contacting me via any means of the internet, so making sure that I respond to all the messages. And not only that, but keeping up on everything involving my friends, my family, the people that I hold closest, developing new connections inside and outside of videos. Lots of very boring adult things, which I did not want to have take up a massive portion of my life in the way that it has. And what I mean by that is I wish that there were better circumstances, in the world, because I could be in touch with my friends a whole lot more easy compared to how it is right now. I can't be around all my friends at one given point or another. I'm forced to be a bit more distant with them physically than I would like to be. And that, unfortunately, just is how it is. And that's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. So there's really nothing I can do about that, but I just have to accept it. And obviously, the circumstances of the world, as much as I have not talked about them publicly in videos, because you probably hear about it every other place that you look, but it's not something that can be ignored. Everybody is changing their lifestyles and trying to adjust to it the way that they can. And I was doing my part by making sure I was doing videos that were entertaining for the people who were stuck at home doing nothing. Or stuck at home, some people couldn't work as many hours as they could before. Some people couldn't do A, B, C, or D. And I tried my very best to make sure that I was in a good spot, on the inside with my heart, my soul, my spirit, and everything else, so that I could make videos and make videos that are the most entertaining videos I possibly can for all of you. But unfortunately, when you're in life, and this is going to get, this is kind of boring adult talk, so if you don't really care, sorry, whatever. But I got nothing else to talk about, because there's nothing else going on. But as you are, doing so much in life, either for your friends, your family, your work, your whatever, no matter what that work is, you just end up getting a bit tired. You lose a bit of that energy. You lose a bit of that momentum. And that's what happens when you dedicate so much of your time to it and you don't dedicate enough time to yourself. Which you may say, Brian, well, of course you play video games for a living. You must play video games, yourself all the time. And you would be absolutely wrong. That is not the case at all. Because I absolutely love playing video games on camera, doing this, it's hard for me to record videos when it's hard for me to play video games off camera, because a lot of what I love, I want to share with the people who watch me. And, I could play Minecraft myself and start up a survival world and just work at it and whatever, but then part of me, as who I am as a person, is wanting to always share that with somebody. And I wouldn't want to do something and not be able to have somebody who may gain inspiration from it for their own world, or find my outlook entertaining or anything like that. I want to be able to do that. So I don't play video games, or a lot of video games, off camera, because all the video games that I want to play are games that I would play for videos. There's not many, games that are not suitable for videos that I cannot play, on that. So, like, all the rated M games that I would probably play, like, I don't play many of them anyways. There's a couple, but not many that, I really feel like I need to play. And a lot of those I've already played, so I don't feel the need to go back to it and do it again. Not right now, at least. So I was getting very burnt out on doing videos, and not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because it was just, I just wasn't taking the time for myself that was necessary. And you absolutely need to do that no matter what your job is. And unfortunately, the stress release, because everybody should have something that they can relieve stress on, whether that be, a sport or a game or something. For me, that is absolutely not video games, because I play video games. So what do? I sleep, which is a basic human function, not necessarily a hobby. So what do? Build Lego? Well, no, because I do review videos on Lego. I receive product occasionally from Lego months ahead of time, so that's work. So what is not work? When you make your hobby and your everything into your work, into your passion, what do? Who do you talk to? Like, what happens? And that was something I have struggled with, being quite honest with you. And I think that's something a lot of people in my position struggle with as well. It happens, like, some creators come out with a video and they're like, hey, this is a thing that's happening to me. I don't like it, but it's happening. And it's something that not a lot of people can, like, figure out. There isn't necessarily a go-to answer for what to do or how to fix it, because everybody has their own way of dealing with things in general. So you're kind of left scratching your head on what that step is to relieve your stress or to get your mind off of things. And I'll be incredibly honest with you, while building stairs in Minecraft, because what better format to talk about my feelings than right now, is I have a tendency in my life to overthink every single little thing ever. So, I struggle with trying to be able to put things in perspective and not get too ahead of myself. That is a big issue that I have. So all these little things that, are super simple to do end up taking me months and months and months and months and months to do. Ergo, like right now, Minecraft. Like, I should have edited this and had it up a long time ago, but I didn't. So a lot of things like that happen, and suddenly you have all of these little things that are meant to be done that take 5 minutes, 10 minutes at a time, but it keeps stacking and stacking and stacking, and it just keeps going, and you don't know what to do. And for me personally, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anybody that could, like, really knock some sense into me besides myself. So not that I would put that on her or any of my friends or family or anyone, but usually the one who is like, hey, stop being a dummy, would be your significant other of choice. Your husband, your wife, your, whoever. So unfortunately, that is not the case for me, which, that is the case right now. Hopefully not forever, right? I want the wife, the kids, the white picket fence, etc. But one day at a time, you know what I mean? So my solution was to stop recording videos for a little while, which you maybe didn't even notice. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I took a little bit of a break to catch up on all those little things that I didn't focus on. And one of the things was, like, making sure this office was clean. This area was not well organized. I was swimming in stuff between reviewing all the Mario stuff and all the other things that I had going on, projects and whatnot. I was getting very, very overwhelmed very quickly with all these different things, and I didn't know how to control it. So I just took some time to organize everything and bring stuff to offsite storage and just organize, my life. And, like, a lot of the things that there were like a couple things that like just didn't happen. So like, for example, and this is kind of what I'm working with right now. I'm kind of going for like a castle vibe, I guess. And there's going to be like a upper perch section here. I forgot what the big draw for this was. Down toward here, there's going to be a fireplace. I forgot that was a thing. Give me a half second here. This. Bam. There we go. And I want to go with a flint. Cool. So I basically caught up on all the things that I needed to do. One of those things, unfortunately, was like my car registration. So I'll be honest with you here. For a long time, I did not have my car registered because it was just something that had ended up being tossed in the back of my car, and that's it. And that was the end of it. Like, I just didn't do it. So, like, that thing was just standing or sitting there for months in the back of my car, and I'm so not proud that that happened. And my mother, when I told her, she's like, "Are you kidding me?" Blah, blah, blah. She was so mad. But you know what? Hey, it happens, right? Or, no, it actually shouldn't happen. That absolutely should never happen, but it did happen, and I fixed it, and it's totally fine. So a lot of things like that. Lots of little situations like that ended up compiling up and ended up being where I was at. So I caught up on all of those things that I was, slacking on, and, it ended up working out. It's totally fine. It's all good. I'm going to work on this section later, but basically it's going to go all the way through the top here. I need to make sure this is covered up because that's technically where the flames would be. I don't need to cover this up, but I'm going to because that's just kind of how I operate. So this is going to go all the way through here. Bam. So you can kind of tell just like that. And there we go. Bam. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for right there. I'm going to toss a torch over here for right now. I'm going to open all this up eventually, but for right now, it's fine. So if I go up here, now I can start on this. And then this is going to go be all stone all through here. Bam. Okay. So I caught up on all those little things and really organized my office, organized my life, caught up on all the bills and all the other things that were basically being left unattended to. And, I'm in a much better spot right now. And the long tangent of all of this is basically saying, like, hey, this year has been absolutely nothing short of a slew of not family-friendly words. But at its core, it's bad. It's very bad and impacts a lot of people very differently. And in case you are watching this right now, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care your perspective on any of this other stuff, all right? Nothing like this has ever happened in my life, and I hope to never see anything like this happen in my life ever again, because this time period of life has been very stressful, very tiring. It's been exhausting on a variety of levels, and I am quite frankly done, but we can't be because it's not over. And, the more that we are not able to continue life as we know it, the more that it'll be rewarding when we are able to continue it. And that is the only thing that is keeping me through the times that we are currently in, is that one day I will be able to go to a convention again and see all of the people that I've now made connections with through the internet, whether it's you watching right now or someone I've collaborated with or something else. Just being able to see someone that I care about would be amazing. And it's going to be even more amazing when it's actually going to be a thing that we can all do and we can all take part in and all feel good about and do it safely and do it securely and everything else. It's going to be so amazing when that's actually possible, but right now it is not possible. So that's where I've been at. And what I've done is kind of back here is I basically decked out my office for Halloween because I've been really looking forward to Halloween big time. Halloween as we know it is probably not going to happen in the same capacity. I can almost guarantee it. But the vibe of Halloween, the spookiness of Halloween, the everything involving Halloween has been something I've always cherished. And I wanted to deck out this office a little bit ahead of time for the spooky season because it just made me feel good. And it was something to look forward to in a time where I don't have a lot going on. And that's okay. I have actually been, this is off center, nice. I've been struggling in my videos, if you've noticed maybe occasionally, of things to come up with for topics and things to talk about because, you know, in my videos, I always talk about what I have going on in my life. And right now, there isn't a whole lot going on in my life. So when those are things that I'm used to talking about and, you know, being honest and open about, you know, I can't make stuff up. I mean, I can, but I'm not a stand-up comedian because I prefer to sit down. Oh, no, but like I don't want to make up stuff. Well, let me tell you about this time. I went to the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, all right? And I ended up ordering a coffee, and then I drove away. Like, that's not an enticing story. I mean, it's true, but it's not enticing, you know? But I'm also not going to, as they say in the world, blow smoke. Smoke and mirrors. I'm not doing any of that stuff, all right? It's just going to be what it's going to be, and that's it, you know? So that's why, that doesn't really excuse why I haven't done any Minecraft. Honestly, it doesn't, but that's kind of where I've been at. And taking a break from Minecraft or from your job or whatever you have going on can be very, very good to just kind of clear your mind and gain perspective on whatever you need to gain perspective on. And if you feel very, like, tired or very just down or anything like that, that is absolutely normal. Again, I don't really care how old you are watching this, or what you've been through or anything like that. If you are ever in a circumstance where you're just not, you're feeling blah, you're feeling kind of down for the day. I have those days. I have days where I don't record any videos and I just kind of sit there and try to make something work, and it just doesn't. You know, that is the nature of who I am and this creative process of making videos, right? Not every single day is sunshine, roses, and happiness as much as I would love it to be. Unfortunately, it's not. But that is the world that we live in, and that's what makes it so beautiful. And what is even more beautiful about it is the people that we surround ourselves with and the opportunities that we have in front of us, whether that be going to a barbecue with a bunch of friends and family, or just, you know, going on a video call and seeing an old friend that you haven't seen in a long time. Whatever it is, those little things keep us going and keep it, you know, moving forward. And that's what you always have to do. No matter what it takes, no matter what you do, you always just kind of have to keep moving forward. That's a couple of the words I live by and what I encourage among all my friends. Even when we're having down days, we just have to keep going because that's what's going to be in front of us. And that's the better future, and that's what it's going to be, you know? So that's that. Right now, I feel better than where I did a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, a couple of whatever ago. I'm glad to be playing Minecraft. I'm glad to be, hopefully, entertaining some of y'all right now. If this is not entertaining, go watch something else. That's fine. You got nothing else to do with your time, so might as well. But yeah, that's kind of the mentality. That's the vibe for the rest of 2020. Is just you got to keep meowing it out. And there has never been a more true time to abide by the phrase meowing it out than right now. Let me tell you why. Because in case any of you don't know, the phrase you just gotta meow it out is a phrase that my cousin had told me as a random throwaway nothing burger statement a while ago, years and years and years ago. I don't know where he got it from. I don't know if some celebrity came up with it. If he came up with it, I have no clue, and I have no idea. But basically, the idea behind it that I have kind of assigned to it over the years is that you are a cool cat in life. And no, I'm not talking like a Carol Baskin sort of deal. I mean like an actual sort of deal. And what you need to do is just roll with the punches. You just got to keep on keeping on. Keep on meowing it out because you are a cool cat, and that's what cool cats do. You know, cool kids don't let the stress get to you. They don't let the pressure get you. They don't let it cave in. You know, you just keep going. And that's really what it's all about, you know? That's where I've been at, and that's where maybe you're at. But we have that future to look forward to, no matter what. I really cannot wait for the day that I get to see a lot of you at a convention or wherever doing whatever. I cannot wait. Well, I have to. But, like, you know what I mean? I cannot wait in general. It's going to be such an amazing time, and I look forward to it. And the more that I think about it, the more happy I get, because it means that, you know, it's going to be a better time, you know? So, sorry if that got a little like super duper real for a Minecraft playthrough, but you know what? YOLO, whatever, right? It's all good, it's all gravy, right? So let me explain to you the mentality here behind this awful monstrosity before I continue my train of thought here. What's going to happen, this looks really bad, but whatever. It's made with love, is that I am going to make this castle thing like this, and then on the top portion here is basically going to behave as if it were a like a launch point for the Elytra. So let me see, is that too tall? That's kind of too tall. No, that's actually fine. So like if I'm flying around here, I can still like get to the very you know, the house in this way just by flying up into here. So if I'm flying like I launch off of here, right? This is like a launch platform, and then shakoom, then I go just like that, right? And I fly, and then I can land like right back into here. Boom, no problem whatsoever. So I should probably make this one more higher over here, at least for right now. And then, yeah, because I want to have like a fairly open area for this whole section here. So there's that. And then I'll make like one of these, bam, bam. So yeah, that is where I've been at. And that's what is going to be, you know, the future for a little while longer. And by the time I'm done with 101 things to do in Minecraft, I hope that there's a lot more awesome things to look forward to in the future. But for right now, we have this monstrosity, and we have this to work with, and it's going to be such a tremendous time.